Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we all want that special drink with that special someone in our lives. But we do not want chocolate or creamy. We want bold, fruity flavors.
I always want chocolate.
I want fruity and bold flavors. So I have an original cocktail called Ashes of an Affair. It is a mezcal, reposado tequila, raspberry sour cocktail. Perfect for that special summer. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and you're gonna see tons of chocolate, creamy, sweet drinks, which is fine. But you know what? Not everyone has a special someone for holidays. And this drink kind of was inspired by that, right?
This drink is salt in the wound of somebody who was on the non-cheating part of a party of a couple that had an affair.
Exactly. So,
if a Clover Club and a Oaxaca Old Fashioned had an illegitimate child, that's what this would be.
And then coming up with the name, we weren't sure what the name was going to be at first. And then I think we started Googling synonyms for smokey.
Yep.
And then you found Ashes, and then you kind of came up with it. Right when we said Ashes, you kind of came up with that name, Ashes of an Affair.
And then I was mad about it because he liked it, and I don't like the idea of affairs on Valentine's Day.
But everyone else loves this name of this cocktail.
I guess.
It works really well. So the ingredients that we're gonna use is lime juice. Then we make a homemade raspberry syrup, which we'll show you how to make here in a second. A little bit of agave. So this is gonna be on the little bit sweeter side than your normal sours. It's gonna use an ounce of sweetener, but I think it just needs to help balance it out, and the agave kind of pushes the agave spirits out a little bit more.
Yeah.
The agave syrup pushes out the agave spirits a little bit more. Then your reposado tequila, whatever you have around, works just fine in my opinion. And then mezcal. Riley prefers a smokier one than some of those other ones that are not as, because there's...
I mean, it's called Ashes of an Affair.
Right.
You need the smoky component, whereas some of the mezcals are a little bit more earthy, more roasty. Mm-hmm. You want a smoky one for this cocktail.
And I think the Vita is a perfect mezcal for this. Let's get to going, and let's show you how to make the raspberry syrup. So I have my electric kettle, not George Kittle, here, and I like to just use that to make my hot water. Super easy. Just push a button and wait. It doesn't take too long to heat up the water. So now we're gonna go ahead and weigh out everything on our digital scale in grams. It's just easier to weigh everything in weight than by volume. So you always get an accurate syrup every single time. So we're gonna just do 400 grams of hot water. Then we're gonna do 400 grams of sugar. Then we're just gonna go ahead and slightly stir this until all the sugar's dissolved. You wanna do it before you put the raspberries in, because it's harder to stir it with a bunch of raspberries in there. We're gonna go ahead and reset the scale back to 0, and now we're gonna do 400 grams of raspberries in here. We're not gonna muddle them, we're just gonna leave them as is. Trying not to get raspberry juice everywhere. Right to the brim. Highly recommend wiping your hands off before you touch anything. The reason why you don't smash or muddle the raspberries, some fruits like raspberries and strawberries have something in it called pectin. Basically what it is gelatin basically, and if you smash it all, then your syrup would become almost jelly-like and kind of a bitch to pour out. So the sugar will pull all of the flavor out of it. We're just gonna cap this and let it sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Just gonna give it a slight little shaky, a quick little shake, not too vigorously. And then you gotta label everything. I like using painter's tape, comes off really easy. And date, just in case. And now we place this in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And just like that, through what we call the biz TV magic, we have a new batch right here for you, or a fresh batch. So what we're gonna go ahead is just double strain it to keep all the raspberry particles from going into the syrup. And what I like to do is, you don't wanna throw this away because it's still very raspberry tasting. Now it's sugary also, is I like to put it in a container and save it for cheesecake, pancakes, waffles, whatever you wanna add a little something to. And there you have raspberry syrup. It should last about 2 to 3 weeks in your refrigerator. It is my favorite fruit syrup to have around. I love the Clover Club. I really like this drink. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and make Ashes of an Affair. I'm gonna start off 3/4 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounce of freshly made raspberry syrup, We're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of agave, 1 ounce of your favorite mezcal, and then 1 ounce of your favorite reposado tequila, or one that you just have laying around that you're trying to get rid of. Sorry, Louie. Now, the most expensive ingredient in this cocktail, the almighty egg white. Give us a little quick dry shake. Add ice. Shake again for a hard 10 to 12 seconds. We're gonna take your favorite coupe or Nicanor glass and double strain. So yeah, I think this drink looks phenomenal. It's got that light pink color because of the raspberry syrup. So it kind of still fits in the whole Valentine's pink theme.
Yep.
But yeah, let's go and give it a try.
It's so pretty.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
See how she didn't say my love back to me? So delicious. The smokiness, yeah, like you're right earlier, you need that really smoky mezcal to kind of push through all the other flavors that are going on.
Right.
But definitely you can taste that agave a little bit. The tequila is nice and rich.
Yep. And the raspberry, it's there, but it's light. So it just kind of like a kiss of it. It's not it's not a heavy raspberry flavor.
Yep, definitely. So I think it's a pretty well, again, it's a little bit on the sweeter side than most sours that we like.
Yep.
But I think it kind of works and still kind of falls in that sweeter cocktail that people might be looking for on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or any day of the week, any holiday of the week.
Any holiday of the week, you're an idiot.
So yeah, I say definitely give this a try. It's a good introductory, I think, into mezcal too, because it's not big, bold, in your face like some other ones.
Right.
Let us know what Valentine's Day cocktails that you guys like in the comments below. Always interested to see. Don't say like Baileys and chocolate in a martini glass.
I like Baileys and chocolate in a martini.
You're divorced.
With some raspberry syrup.
You're divorced.
That'd be way too sweet.
Cheers.
Cheers.